Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie. Hey y'all, come through. Good morning, Mache. Mache is good morning in the tree language of Ghana, the Akan language of tree. Mache. Mache Etisen. Hey y'all, I'm feeling good this morning. I am on my third day. I'll be raw food fasting. So I'm eating and drinking nothing but raw foods. I did it for 2 days, so I'm getting there. My sleep has been whatever. I actually allow myself to sleep. I go to sleep when I'm sleepy. I mean, what a concept. Yes, the fro. So we're going to talk about this fro. We're going to talk about this fro and how it's doing its own thing. So let's see if there's anybody. Okay, one person is good enough. So let me tell you about this fro. So I before okay, so my hair is gray. It's mostly gray. Some say it's salt and pepper originally, and I kind of got used to the gray look, right? But I came to Africa. I'm like in Ghana. My girl was like, we should get our, I was like, okay, we should get our hair braided. We both agreed. And she was like, well, she wouldn't get her hair braided unless she covered her gray. And I was like, I never tried it. I'm nervous. In Africa, like the dye, I don't know. The dye is probably some Miss Claro. Like it's probably with some genuine super black dye, which I think that's what's throwing me off is seeing my hair this dark. I don't know. I'm kind of used to my hair being now lighter. So, they did it. I'm sure they wasn't expert colorists. They laid their bad boy on and then proceeded, which I wanted them to braid my hair in this dope, cornrow style. That's me. I love my cornrows. But my hair and my edges don't love my cornrows. So now, okay, so I had a perm jaw for the first time, a permanent dark color, braids on top of that. And so I took my braids out yesterday, and my scalp is still just breathing. But that's what happens. Why? Why do I go so far? Why do I go so far with my hair? Like, why don't I stop at some point? Why don't I just braid it for a week? Or why don't I say, okay, don't do it. That's just too tight because I be wanting to look a certain way. So I am a little, vain as well, stupidly vein. So then when I took my hair out, I forgot that I dyed my hair black. So this is weird. So my hair is, so what they say about color hair, yes, it's a little drier, but not as dry as I thought it would be. So that's kind of helpful. It thins the hair out, so the texture certainly changes because when you put color in, it's like kind of putting the perm in. There is a chemical, so I could feel the bond of my hair kind of broken a bit, just a bit. Like, definitely was, fallout. So hair was definitely, maybe normal, but definitely because it was tight. What else? At first, before now, it's just curling up naturally because that's what the humidity is doing. It's shrinking it right before our eyes because I had to be, and it's all of the wispy pieces are drawing back in. First of all, I watered it. I watered my hair yesterday, and going out here, so much sweat and humidity. I'm curious to see what my hair is gonna look like. I did not wash it. I pre-pooed it. I'm gonna wash and condition it. I'm gonna get some avocado and I got banana. So I'm gonna do a nice conditioner, and I'm going to wash it with the black soap, condition it. That's today. So it's not washed and all that, but it will be. But this is my little fro, and I actually, I love my fro. I like it. When I first took my hair out, it was kind of like stringy little. Like I said, now it's all coming together. I was going to even cut them off if I had to and actually get a fro that looks like this. This is how I would want to rock. This is what I got. This is what I'm working with. We won't talk about, because, we got to get the edges, chances to come on back. So, first of all, yes, the definition of beauty. A new definition of beauty in Africa, like if I shaved it off, I would feel beautiful. If I faded it on the sides, I would feel beautiful. So I wasn't too stuck on like, oh my God, I'm gonna dye my hair. Do I want to take this chance? I my hair can go and do what it needs to do. I'm so glad I dyed it. I know now what it looks like. It's probably gonna be very weird to have gray hair again. I probably would color it again, but maybe with a less harsh chemical. For sure, I would. Something else. And yeah, I can cut it off and start over again. It's no big deal. I have a feeling that Africa is going to just heal my hair. I mean, it already grows back fast. Anyway, I've never colored it now. You'll know ever. I think in my entire life, this was the first time. So I know that does things to the hair, but I'm good. Like I'm good. Like I'm good. I take it the way it comes. Uh, I don't know. I just feel so good in Africa that I don't feel like you're here. You're here. The beauty I see here, it's not the hair. The hairstyles are very simple, very beautiful. It's the whole essence of the man or woman. It's just a natural beauty, and I feel it too when I'm here. So you're just so much more accepting of yourself and realizing none of it really matters in the end. Like the beauty, you were really made divinely beautiful from the get go. From the get go. Okay, from the get go. Like, and when you come back to your naturalness, like I said, my lips are fuller. I feel like my face has changed, and it will probably change again because you're removing all the toxins from your body just from naturally sweating. You're eating very enriched foods off enriched land. You're not eating as much. It's just you're connecting to people. It's a lot. It's a lot of beauty, and so this is what we rocking, honey. The little black. It's the hair color, y'all. The hair color. The size of the fro, all that, that's fine for me. I ain't seen so far somebody with a gigantic fro, not to say it doesn't exist, but I have seen ladies with fros very similar to this style. So I am gonna rock my fro. I'll get some flowers and we'll bring her back to life. She's gonna be moisturized just by being here. I'm drinking lots of water. I'm eating vitamin rich foods. So let's get my hair to get healthy again, and we can do it together. We know our hair are resilient just like we are. So how y'all doing this morning? I'm in Ghana, y'all. I'm in Ghana, West Africa. For those that are new, welcome to my channel, Live Free TV with Lisa Marie. Y'all let me know if I'm on the right channel. I decided it was all miraculous. It was a whole spiritual walk. And I was going to go to Ghana with a sister, my sister friend named Goddess Deborah Webb, and we bought a ticket, and it was a trip from the time we bought the ticket. The trip had begun, and it had begun far before that. I'm just sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just sure, like, okay, it's before that. But and this is how life works, and it works really for all of us if we are willing to open our eyes and we're willing to see. That's like, oh wow, this is life, and this is how it's supposed to go the way you saw it. Usually better than I don't quite, like I said, I don't think a lot about, oh my God, I'm in Ghana. Like, no, until I do. And when I do, it's just like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, like, wow. And then at the same time, I used to think when I was in the States and I was younger, even older, I used to dream about going to Africa and going to Ghana. And I used to feel like, well, oh my God, it's so far away from home, right, in my mind. But when you're in a place, I don't know if I maybe understand the magnitude of how far it is from where I live. It doesn't feel that far. We're not as disconnected or as different, I think, as we think that we are, as far as people, cultures, yes, and traditions, but people are really similar. And for me, Black people are really similar in a lot of ways. We are very African, just like our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean. But as African, and you see that connection when you travel to the continent. But the brothers and sisters from the States, so to speak, born in generations from from the first enslaved African was captured and brought to wherever you live, your state, or your lineage began enslaved. That lineage. You have been in the South, and you have African ways. I mean, Southern folk, the way it used to be, y'all have African ways. I said this before I went, but I could see it. It's a lot of wonderful things. It's a lot of, at the same time, there's things new. It's a little thing that, This little thing Ghanaians do, I love that, part of the language, obviously, I didn't have to study this, is the sounds. Of course, the sucking teeth thing, which is, other people have it as well. But all of it is part of the conversation. Learning how to respond in the Ghanaian way, it's dope. It's dope. It's like a new way. It's like that's good for your ears. That's good for you, like, to hear those different sounds. And sometimes too, you are used to waking up talking about sounds with certain sounds. Even the sound of might be early in the morning, maybe the maintenance is around, right? Or wherever you live in, same situation. But the person speaking your language and using tones from your community or borough or region sounding like you. So imagine now you're waking up just like any other time, whether you're in the States or not, but the background noise is so different. There's animals, more than dogs that you could hear. There's the cars and the traffic that you could hear. I think there's somebody that's selling something like in the South they used to sell. And used to run down the street talking about the fruits, vegetables, or even irons and rags they used to sell. Walking down the street, they do it here. So you're hearing, or at night, I notice there's a burning smell. I think somebody's burning, they burn garbage, but that might make me be like, oh my God, it's burning. But now I see it's every night. Learning what that is, you know what I'm saying? It's like the learning is so much, and you don't know what to ask sometimes or who to ask. Oh, that sound in the morning, or what is that? But you know what you do know? You know that the more that you stay in a place and to get around, you will learn, like, oh, that's what that morning call was, or that's what that so and so was. Like, I'm excited. That we forget to talk about, like, you're not just in Ghana and now your life is happily ever after. You have to still get out. You got to still make friends. I mean, not right now. None of that is encouraged right now. No socializing. So, but you got to build a life. This is your life. You're not traveling. You're not on vacation anymore. You live here. That's your whole plan, is to live here. So you have to budget your money. You got to think like a whole nother person. And so my 21-day next intensive for May is how to think like a Ghanaian, how to seriously plan your move to Ghana, or I'm sure other countries will apply too, but I can tell you about here, and especially being a diasporan, why I think Ghana is one of the best places that when people do decide on whether, I mean, a lot of us are deciding on retiring. Some people are deciding on Panama, some people the DR, some people, even Florida. I'm just saying, right? So you're already thinking about it. Like, why not? Why is Africa not put in your decision making list? It should be, and it's a reason. I think Ghana has that connection, and it's just great. It's great for so many ways. But again, it's what you make it, because you could sit here and do nothing. You could sit here and to get to relax and chill, or you could see opportunities and you could go for it. You know what I'm saying? But all those things apply. If you're a traveler to me, if you enjoy being in new places. I was going to say if you enjoy meeting new people, but some of us are introverted travelers. Introverted traveler, you exist. It's true. You do want to go to country to country, but you still may not you may even want to be in a community where you're immersing yourself in the culture, but you still may not go out a lot, or you're not into the clubs, or you come in at a certain time. Your travel experience is as valuable as anyone else, because traveling, to me, I think it's a soulful thing. Like, it elevates, raises, changes who you thought you were, which is good, because a lot of times who you think you are, you're not really anyway, or you're not anymore. So you have to move into who are you right now? Who are you right now, right? So traveling, I think it keeps you young, because at my age, like, I don't think about my age as an age, but I'm sure it is. Somewhere in the world, 52 is an age, and I don't sometimes look at myself as this older woman traveling abroad alone, solo. But sometimes maybe I should, because I mean, there's going to be questions about, like, this question that came up in my head, that if I was you, and eventually I'll be able to answer, because I can't right now. What is it like dating, or what is it like? Can you do you date in your 40s and 50s, or 50s in my case? What does the Are you going to be dating a man your age, or are they usually married? Which it looks like in that your age they're married. Younger, but you don't want to play that dynamic. You don't want it to be a sugar mama thing. So that whole idea of the single woman coming to a country where people get married, and it's about getting married, and then you're older, and it's not about getting divorced for sure. And so, how does that look? But I think that there's, because of the diasporans and a lot of young people choosing not to marry, not to have babies ever. A lot of those diasporans are here. Ghanaians in Canada, Ghanaians in the UK, Ghanaians all over Europe, Ghanaians in the States too. Also folks from Jamaica, Trinidad, all over the Caribbean. I mean, these are all diasporans, right? Brazil, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. I mean, all of those, Cuba, all of them, all of those black folks have a right to come back home. So you got the diaspora, and where all of these, and so the Ghanaians, some of them left when they were one, two, three, and knows their tree language, but still not considered. The Ghanaians will be like, well, you're not Ghanaian. Are you Ghanaian? You Ghanaian? It's something. There's a new Africa coming, and there's a new Africa that is not just going to be the new faces. It's going to be faces that don't look like Africans. It's the new Africans, descendants of the old Africans, coming back from throughout the world to help build a beautiful, amazing country that could be just spectacular in so many rights. And that's what I always want to put in perspective. I think for me, diasporan was always Black Americans. For whatever reason, that's how I thought about it. Even though I know diasporans is those outside of Africa or African descent that's not on the continent, right? And so that reaches very far. That reaches very, very far. Even Ghanaians, their children might be in Japan. Maybe you had a Ghanaian, a daughter with a Japanese woman, or a Korean woman, or a Chinese woman. But that brother is still an African, right? Even if he was an African American, living in wherever you are, because I'm saying there's blacks in Japan that obviously that they're of African descent, right? It's huge, and the potential is great, and so I'm loving all that, and I know that is what I want to help to teach, like the reality of don't do. We know the Eat Love Migrate put it out there, so we know I think she says in her 40s, and so she's doing it. She created a village. I think she got a man. I'm not sure, because I love how she do her thing. She do it so well, so beautifully. So there's an example of don't come in with all these preconceived notions or worry about what it's going to be. So I'm going through all of the things you would ever want to know, like what you really want to know as a woman of a certain age, as a woman of a certain status, or not even knowing the status. What are the social norms, like especially with dating or even living? I mean, I'm sure it's not as normal for me to live a woman living alone. Where is your husband? And you might hear that here, but I think they're getting more used to it. I think this area, I think they're a little more custom, maybe just a little bit. It's not really coming, and soon it's going to be more normal for women to travel solo, and maybe don't have a husband when she come, but might get one. I'm just saying, might not. If you want one, you want one. You don't. Personally speaking, I know I'm in a great place because this is the first time I'm not here for a man, thinking about a man, or thinking about even like getting one. Like it's not. I know it'll happen naturally when it does, but what I want to do, I'm enjoying this woman in Africa. Like this woman in Africa, this is a dream come true for so many. And I'm embracing this. I don't know if I fully transported. I still got loose ends to tie, in the States, and so I will be here when I get rid of some things and let some things, work some things out. So, but I am very, very proud of myself. And when was the last time you said that to yourself? Really, like look in the mirror There's a mirror right here. Look in the mirror and be like, self, Lisa Marie Ajua, I am very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Like, I mean, every once in a while, you got to be proud of yourself because you did something that you didn't know you could do or would do. And I sure didn't know. That is for sure. Oh, Monique, what's up, Queen? How are you? Grand Rising. It's 6 a.m. here in Canada. That froze everything, though. Oh, thank you, Sherry Wu. Blessings. Good morning, Bev. Beautiful Afro, Black Queen Lisa, good morning. Mache, Frank, Etisen, how are you? Marissa, you look so beautiful. Oh, me Darcy. Bob Marley's wife, Mrs. Rita Marley, has built own house in Ghana, Aburi. You know what? I heard of Aburi. I heard of Aburi. I was watching this WOH. That my sister, you sent me a channel and some Ghanaians that interview. The channel's old. I don't know if there's any recent, but maybe it is, but that interviews blacks from the diaspora, in some cases black Americans. And he was in Aburi. And I thought, because I heard a lot of African Americans actually live there, and I heard it's very beautiful. I think they have the botanical gardens there. When I'm off this, I'm doing my research. This is what I do. When somebody asks me what I do all day, I watch videos that help me to teach about Ghana, Accra, and the greater Accra, and also all the regions next to it. I'm doing my best to get an understanding of regions, uh, ethnic groups, and even nightlife and what's happening, what's being done, like where the places to go. So I got a few videos that I watched specifically, and especially for me, like I never, nobody you told me I would be the vlogger that's going to really talk about kind of the Accra for a while lifestyle. I know that my life is going to take me into a little more rural environment, but for right now, I'm feeling an Accra to me. I think everybody will have a different vibe. I would put it, if it was one word, for me. Now you may not see it, but you might see it. It's kind of to describe Accra is creative, artistically creative, artists, everybody, whether they would name themselves that, call themselves that, the ability to work with their hands, Ghanaians, just amazing. People from Accra, more hustlers because they got a bigger city. So you see strength, resilience, perseverance, courage, just walking, just being in the middle of the streets when the cars stop and selling fruit, popcorn. Honey, you can buy a mop, honey. You can get all your shopping done sitting in a car going to, I don't know what freeway or highway that is, that gets you into where they sell all the furniture. You can buy anything. Malaka, Molaka, Molaka, Malaka, Maloka, Molaka, Molaka, Maloka, Maloka, Maloka. Yeah, the market. It's just it's amazing. It's like amazing, and to see, I miss that. Like the lockdown. That's what I miss. Like you in the parking, you're driving, you're waiting for the light, you're in traffic, and there's people, vendors that sell fruit. If you want paw, papaya, you can have a slice, honey. Sugar cane already sliced. You want some popcorn? They got that too. You need some the liquid detergent. You need some dishwashing liquid. You need buckets to wash with. You need a mop and a goddamn broom. If I'm lying, any Ghanaian tell me am I lying? You could sit in traffic and rack up. You need the nets to clean. We got that. They got stuff you can't. They got toys for your kids. Okay, well, it's up on there, honey. It's on the head. It's like, whoa, this is like. Then you be knowing your vendors because like God is always like popcorn, so the popcorn woman always come looking. But you in the street with all this, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. We are strong people, and this is where we get it from. These are the strongest people on earth. Like I will still say that hands down. Nobody could stop that. So they're amazing. Yes. And Rita Marley, I think she was the first to get, I'm doing my research, I think she was the first to get an honorary citizenship. That sparked it of Ghana. She's now a citizen of Ghana, been here for many years, but an honorarium, like you're an honorary graduate of Howard University, right? That is so freaking cool. And now, honey, I'm gonna be on that list to get me some citizenship legally. Okay, on up. Yes, let's see. Yes, African lifestyle is a little bit different from Western countries. Yes, this is very true. The lifestyle is different. It's beautiful. It's definitely laid back. It just feels free. I'm just the black American woman walking up and down the street, taking my walks, getting my fruit, talking the language, and allowing. Like I'm writing. I'm going to write again today. I'm going to sit down and write, and I need to document all this. This is a. I mean, what is bringing out in me stuff that's only. Some of you are writers, some of you are musicians, some of you are. I mean, like you just express yourself in so many ways, and you don't do it where you are. Sometimes you need something to bring it out, and with confidence, like this is who I am. So I look forward to the lockdown being over, but I look forward to no more cases, not one. That day is even better than lockdown being over, because you don't want to be locked down and then it spreads and then everybody's going to be worse. So, that's how I see it. Like just do what it needs to do, so we could, build that new and be a part of the new. But when it's over, yes, I will, be out. I'm glad because right now all the restaurants around, I'll be sitting up there having no business eating all that food. I would be circulating money at the art center and other places I've traveled. But I think that one of the first things that I'm going to do when the lockdown is like really officially over, at least to travel around and be in the country. I don't. If they keep the borders closed for a while, I mean I understand that, but is I'm going to go to Cape Coast. I'm going to go to Elmina Castle, and I'm going to stay at One Africa. I'm going to stay for a night or two. I'm gonna stay probably for 2 nights at One Africa and just go to that. I've been watching all of Mama's videos, and she's phenomenal. She reminds me of myself, and I saw her huts. I love them, but I would like to redecorate her huts. I would. I would like to redecorate her chalets. I think they could even be. I think they should have my touch on it. I saw the recents, and the chalet, she calls them, you don't call them huts, but they are. But they're beautiful. She's the sister of One Africa, and she is from New York, been in Ghana for over 30 years, got her citizenship recently, and a powerful, powerful woman doing some amazing work. And she has really a resort, and I don't know how many of the chalets, she likes to call it, or the huts that's modernized. And she's right off the coast. You can see Benin, you're in Ghana. Like, I mean, oh my God, I would love oh my God, let me just get excited because I felt that. I would love to create something like that. That water, that right there. Like, I know that I'm going to have my own inn. I know I'm going to have my own resort, retreat, whatever you call that. I like that model. I like that, especially because it's near the water part. But anyway, I'm mine, and I love that each room has a theme. This is what my ex I used to talk about, the Heritage Museum. I'm sorry, Heritage Hotel, and each room has it. Now I saw the rooms. I just would like to go in and decorate. So since we both in Ghana, if anybody know her, tell her that I could redesign the rooms and make them even more amazing to me, because yeah, so I'm gonna be staying with her. So maybe I could talk to her myself and design the rooms and bring the Garveys and the Tubmans out in a way that is still very chic, very Afrocentric, very eye-catching, very colorful and beautiful. Because room is everything. So y'all know that's my thing. I love Afrocentricity. I'm an Afrocentric queen. I love to decorate. I know you can't tell, although the blue is giving you some vibes. Come on, is the blue not a vibe? I think the blue is a vibe. My hair needs some shape. Okay, so yes, God is Life 360. Yes, wait. I missed some people. Grand Rising, God is Life 360, Grand Rising. I will be proposed to you. So cute, haha, joking. Okay, now let's see, Frank. I might be open. We'll have to see. Over some palm wine, okay? The Goddess Life 360 says, A queen from the group saw me speaking to you and private messaged me to purchase my domain because of what she saw in me. I have you to thank for that. Oh, I'm so glad. A queen from the group saw me speaking to you and private messaged me to purchase my domain because of what she saw in me. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, okay. That's right, because you know I must have said something. Okay, good. Yes, please do. Yes, Queen. Yes. Bright one says, after my son graduates high school, which is in 3 years, I'm moving back to Africa. Yes, Bright one. I really want to go now. Don't know how long are the borders are going to be open exactly, right? You know what? And so let me just say this, ladies, because that's a great. I mean, yes, my next intensive, let's talk. Like take the class, everything, 3 years, 3 months. It's you never know, but the preparation I can help you make it so much better from just it's gonna be like valuable, it's gonna be valuable, it's gonna keep you in line, it's gonna keep you on track. Uh yes, it's gonna be a workbook and it's gonna keep you on track and it's gonna manifest in the perfect time. You won't have to make a decision, but everything you would want to know about moving, living, or moving to Ghana from a African American perspective, like, whoa, like things you need to know. So you in this transition, and then of course, I'm gonna put the magical, the spiritual, the ideology, the thought process, the fixing, because all of that's gonna move you to what you want. It's gonna be one of my favorite intensives because I get to do and learn and talk and it's gonna be fun. So yes, so don't worry, you got this. Ha ha, says Frank. Yes, you never know. So yes, ladies, yes, honey. So I'm just allowing. I would say I'm decorating. I'm not decorating because I can't get outside, and that's okay, because that's part of the whole. I'm gonna start here, and I'm getting ready for y'all to come, and we don't know how long, but it'll be more than enough time. But yeah, that's a dream, like to have because that's the thing with like designing your inn, like I call it an inn or a bed and breakfast or, you know, and keeping the room, maintaining a freshness after each guest so that the room doesn't start to look too run down. Like how to keep that room looking fresh and new, because I remember being in an Airbnb, it was black owned in DC, and it was nice and it was good, but I think could have took a one notch. Just it's almost like they made it this room. It is dedicated to that ancestor, and there's nothing else was coming in that I think should be switched up and kind of revamped and really concentrating on African fabrics and curtains. So I just got a whole picture. I got a picture. But again, that place, Asmira, so you should never, you can't really see. Okay, forget it. Fro is not. Oh my God, it's really lopsided now. Don't look, y'all, because I don't know. Anyway, don't look at my fro. Fro, it don't shake, y'all. I don't have no movement. It's not stiff. Okay, but Asmera, which is a restaurant here in the neighborhood that I'm in, and that restaurant, oh yeah, see they did it. See they did it, and they're still maintaining that newness. It looks like it's fresh every time. It's a great place to take pictures. It's laid out perfectly. I want to definitely. I'm going to interview the woman. That one, I'm interviewing the woman of that restaurant when it opens. It is so well done. And then there's another one that's even closer to me. So when you have that aesthetic, it's an aesthetic and it's a vibe, and I'm ready for it. I feel like when we have an elder or ancestor that leaves us, like a B. Smith, there's other B. Smiths waiting to come and waiting to emerge, and that's the way it should be. And so we just all got to do it in our way. So I'm not going to be just sitting in the room. We're not going to have a repeat of the old life. That life is over. Truly, I'm ready to be out there, but I got to get ready, right? So building my contacts. I got a list of names of people, other vloggers that I want to get in touch with. Communicating with, was introduced to another brother from a sister from another mother. No, it's just a wonderful thing. I'm building, and I'm allowing the things to come up, and it's all good. It's so all good. All right, y'all. So my hair. So let's talk about the humidity here. Your hair, your hair will get very moist because it's wet here, which is really nice. So she'll coming back. All right, ladies, I love y'all. So the next thing, yeah, that's the next right. So the bride, no, God is like this. The next one is everything you would want to know about living and moving to Ghana. I could do. I say this because I did mine the way I did it, and I got those that wanted to say I want tomorrow when the border open go, plan for that. I got a little more time, 6 months, plan for that. I got a year to 3 years, plan for that. How each plan can actually work, even the one that's got to do it now. Something for everybody because everybody got their way and their thing. It's just do you want to work forward or backwards, and actually neither one of them would be wrong. I'm learning a lot, and you learn fast because you're on the ground, so you gotta have to. Everything happened quickly, didn't it? But it's not stopping, it's still happening. Still, oh, okay. Oh, is that how? Oh, is that what you asked for? Oh, is that what you're supposed to say? Oh, is that? Oh, like I be on it. I almost got a book in my hand. I'd be like, oh, so you do it, and you ask, oh, they think, oh, okay, just things, and then I can get excited. We can talk a little more freely. We can talk a little bit about what I see and how I think I see it. And I really would love to talk about that so that you can really plan on how you would make your move. And I will look at your individual. If you got your individual thing in the group, share that, and I'll help you options. And then the best part is the total throughout the whole 21 days. That total mental preparation, African thought and ideology. I feel like that's the bonus part of the class. That really gets you ready. Your mental can. That's what's so beautiful about the mental processing is that as long as you got that anywhere you go, which means you could have anything else. We want the car and not the vision. You understand? We want the vision but not the thought. Do you get what I'm saying? We want the thought but not the higher self. We want the higher self but not willing to know how to get to it. Then if you see till it gets down to the core of I have it all, I am God. Once you get down to that process, then it's like the rest of it is kind of easy. So it's not just a practical guide, it's a spiritual guide as well of the whole process of releasing, doing something ahead of time. It'll move you faster. It's going to be a fascinating, it's a very downloaded intensive that really gives me chills. And I started teaching a part of it. I have a class actually today with my group. I guess the last day we met, which was Sunday, and they was really getting it. It's a concept, and it's not just a concept. That wouldn't even be true. It's concepts and realities that are so much more like you. But you do kind of gotta know it. And if you're not open, and how open are you? And are you really a candidate for Africa? Like all of that. Today I went to the water. Yeah, the water, it ain't running. It's okay because I'm prepared. I'm gonna show you how to prepare because my girl helped me prepare. The Ghanaian, you prepare for this. That's why I'm gonna get your mind before somebody else does. And what I mean by that is, what somebody else make it feel that ain't even been here. That reading in the paper what they say. In Africa they don't have. They don't do. I could never do. No, no, no. Don't believe it. You can do it. Preparation, honey, with flair. Preparation with flair. You can do this. It's a small thing. The purpose is to get washed. You will enjoy your bucket baths when you have to. You will also enjoy fetching water so you always have it stored. Question: where in the kitchen? Why in the kitchen? What's the one in the bathroom? What's that extra one? Where do you go fetch the water? These are questions. You mean even in the city of Accra? Yes. Yes. And you're gonna be so you're gonna be so bad. And what's gonna come out of you is gonna be the baddest. You're gonna be like Superwoman, get Christy Love. You just go back to the 70s, some bad woman to be you're gonna be so bad. You're gonna be so bad. You're gonna be so strong. You're gonna go back to your youth. You're gonna be so amazing. You could do this. But yes, I mean, is there preparation? Yeah, let's do some. Let's do some preparation. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And if you did it my way, ain't nothing wrong with that either. I'll show you how to do that one divinely. The small, y'all coming to the class, $87. I'm gonna put it on sale right now. I promise. I'm not going nowhere else. I'm gonna sit at the computer, put it on sale, and come back. Ladies, don't forget this Sunday. Carla and I are teaming up. I'm gonna hook my girl Carla up. Me and her are collaborating. Carla will be doing most of the class. I'm just there for moral support and to make sure you all are well and bringing my spiritual pieces. What Carla does. We talking about making money moves during this time. This is exactly the classes. Every class I take, even the class that I'm partnering up, and sister that actually sent me that collaboration design. Oh my God, I got totally excited, and I would love to collaborate with you. So we're gonna do some collaboration on some designs. But this class, the money making during this time, is gonna go perfectly with the intensive that starts the first Sunday in May. It is, yep. You don't need a lot of money, but I can tell you what you do need. I can tell you how you can use it, and I can tell you what you can do to continue to make money. We're going to talk about what really is the money-making opportunities. Everybody says when you hear a Ghana vlog, but do people really go into it? We're going to do it. 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 So yes, God, that's the next course, and I will leave it. How do you jump back into detoxing? I'm trying to get back into detoxing and fasting, but I'm finding it harder this time around. Any tips? Yes, you know what? Sometimes are going to be harder than others. It's not. I mean, no, because if you don't know have that realization, then you will always feel like you're doing something wrong, which makes you then continue to feel like you're doing something wrong, and wrong things will keep coming. So just know that they're all not. You're not ready. It's okay. Sometimes I'm not ready to fast. My mental didn't catch up with the physical and the spiritual. I'm still holding on. There's aspects of food that I need that food for whatever reason. I still need that rice or whatever that is, or those beans or that way. It's okay because if you make food more about the enjoying of guiltless society around food, Ghana, oh my God, Africa, we're going to talk about all of that because we're healing ourselves, right? So know that some days you're not ready, so don't push it. When you're really ready, the body will show up and you will show up and that will be in alignment and you will be doing your fast. Do what you can. If you're better to, you could get to 12 without, of course, add the intermittent. If you know you can get to 12 without eating or just drinking water, or you're going to have coconut water instead of regular water that day, that's what I would do. Where I do it, I'd be happy. Where I don't, I won't be unhappy. I will not be unhappy. So do what you can that feels naturally. I want to drink this or eat this. Don't eat out of guilt. Don't force yourself to have a smoothie when you're not in the mood. Or if that works for you, then force yourself. If that is what you need to do. But it's going to move in. It just comes. I couldn't do it. Let me tell you, if the family, I'm going to call them today and say hi. If the family called me today and they're gonna stop, we're gonna go outside and run errands. Let's just say I'm so glad they're not gonna call me today because I know I need a few days under my belt to hang out with them so I could be brave enough, or unless that's brave enough that longing for the food, that addicted to the food will go away, the addiction, where I can say, nah, not today. Today I want to be raw, so I'm staying with myself. So you can do it. You can do it. Don't worry. But thank you for asking. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to create this in wonderful intensive $87, $97 in next I announced it by next Monday. I think I announced it yesterday, by next Tuesday. I'm sorry, because I always have my specials run for a week. So join that, Carla, this Sunday, and then intensive, the new one, the first Sunday in May. Always from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. the first class. All right, y'all. I will be on Afro Central Home Decor a little later. Let me get this intensive together, and we can move forward. Love you, ladies. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace and blessings. One more thing, in the description box, if you want to donate, if you was moved, if you got any information, if you just felt a little better and you want to donate, you can use my PayPal, or my Cash App, and all will be in the description box. I got work to do because I got to put all the stuff in the description box that you're probably not seeing because I've been slacking. Okay. Love you. See you next video. Peace and blessings.